The young heir froze in amazement simply because the new maid arrived with her hair down. He'd never seen a servant dare to look so. Under his scrutinizing gaze, the girl's eyes were pure and clear. Not a hint of embarrassment, not a trace of passion. The young master, accustomed to looking down on her, suddenly felt his heart skip a beat. To pay off her father's enormous debt, the girl, who had previously lived a carefree life, was forced to enter this hectare-sized mansion, resembling a palace, even though she had seen a few things in life. But when the doors swung open, Sonia slept poorly in her new home, barely closing her eyes. But the butler ordered her to take something invigorating and work at her best. From now on, she would be responsible for the young master's daily life. Hearing this old-fashioned address, Sonia couldn't help but laugh. Under someone else's roof, one must obey. After several hours of cleaning, already sleepy, she was completely exhausted. Seeing the huge, soft bed, she collapsed onto it as if enchanted. Sonia knew that the young master was returning from abroad that day. Hearing the noise, she jumped up in a panic, not even having time to tidy her disheveled hair. And so their first meeting took place. She remembered that the butler hadn't yet introduced herself to the mistress of the house. At that moment, the head of the family was hugging her beloved grandson. "And by the way, I've got a new servant." Just glancing at her grandson, the old mistress barely controlled her temper and quietly ordered her to leave immediately. Sonia was taken aback by the shout and finally truly understood the butler's words. There was a strict hierarchy here, ironclad rules, a completely different world. The young master silently watched her reaction. Sonia was the first new girl who hadn't been reduced to tears by her grandmother's anger. At the banquet, the relatives launched a sophisticated attack on marriage. Uncle jokingly asked what kind of girls he liked. Maxim calmly replied that he was busy with his studies. He had no time to think about feelings, but as soon as he finished speaking, his gaze involuntarily began to search for the one who made his heart tremble. In the kitchen, Sonia overheard from the other servants a secret known to almost everyone in the house. It turns out that the current mistress is the young master's stepmother. His biological mother divorced his father when he was 10 and hasn't been seen since. That's why Maxim left early to study abroad, but even years later, he still can't calmly look at the photo with his mother. He simply turned the frame face down. When he lay down to rest, he discovered a forgotten hair tie on the bed. She simply wanted to get some fresh air, but the courtyard turned out to be vast, and she got lost. She followed the light, looking for her way back, and unexpectedly caught the young master's eye. In response to his question, Sonia honestly admitted that she wasn't sleeping well in her new place and wasn't used to the hard mattress.